Spirit Halloween, it is just hot dookie water. It looks like the tariffs. Is that what it is happening? I didn't realize it just feels like it's hot dookie water. All the animatronics seem like poopy, and it's like, what is going on? Okay, maybe we shouldn't watch this one. Hi, Raiders. Maybe we shouldn't watch this one.
Why did you click on this? Why are you watching it? Sinner. Well, congratulations. You should go to extratalk.com, the home of new exclusive Satan content. You'll fit in right at home.
There you go. All right, you got it. You got it, man. Hey, you got it. Good little segue. That's good. That was a good little segue. Gulp. Ah! A ghoul!
Boo. It's October. This is what I wear in October.
That's a cool fit, actually. 70% of the goods they sell are imported crap, so I don't know. When I went to Spirit Halloween, I was just unimpressed. Nothing there jazzed me up. I felt like it was hot. It was just mess.
This is just a casual fit for a cat like me.
Hell
because
yeah,
it's October, you know what that means. Every storefront that was foreclosed in the 2008 recession is now a Spirit Halloween.
This is actually so sad. Hey, he's right. Hold on, let me show you something. It's kind of fucked, but he's right, man. Like, there's been a lot of issues this year, and let me go ahead and pull this up and just kind of show you. It's been tough, man. It's been tough. It's been rough out here, and you know, it's been a ride. I feel like it's not, you know, you wrong for that. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I'm not the one stealing fucking money. That being said, if you guys want to invest in Papa Coin, this is the year. I'm telling you, we're going to the moon. Yeah, didn't Joanne Fabrics close on too? We had a Joanne's that closed for 2 days. That's hilarious. Spirit's gonna start branching into Spirit Christmas. I can't wait for Spirit Christmas. This Christmas, I gave you my heart. Anyways, back to the Halloween movie or show.
It's vaguely spooky month on Big Tug's channel. We're gonna talk about the recession. That's the real scare. What is Spirit Halloween? I hear you non-American just cry out. You European pieces of shit. Well,
that's true. Now he's got a good point. Hey, I mean, he's saying it so we can all feel it, you know?
If you live in an American city or suburb and there is at least 35,000 people living in a 5-mile radius of your home, then you're living on soil cursed by the big old Spirit Halloween. These Halloween megastores are literally everywhere.
This does make me feel better about not being...
Let's go to the Spirit Halloween that just opened on Capitol Hill.
That was good. I feel a little better about this one considering I drove all the way to the VA, which is like a 4-hour drive from my house, just for them to say it's shut down. So I do feel a little better. I can laugh at this meme and not cry too much.
Up every September to possess rundown, abandoned old businesses, only to fade away like ghosts come November. And why do they haunt us? Spirit Halloween, why do you haunt me? I just want to sleep and you're making me pee my little pants. Well, the answer is what's behind every horrifying reality.
Money.
Cash.
Yeah!
American green face. Yeah, Halloween is big business.
Halloween's spending had reached 1.6 billion. You know what I think it is? Nobody can afford kids, so they're just buying scarecrows and shit. That's really what it is. No one can afford having a kid in 2025. They're just buying fucking little pumpkins and shit, dude.
It's the second most lucrative holiday in America behind Christmas, raking it in with nearly $8 billion on costumes and decorations alone.
God
We're not
damn.
even talking candy right now.
I do have a costume, by the way. I'm saving it for, I'm saving the costume for next Wine Moms to really scare you guys. We took our yard to the pumpkin patch. I need to go to a pumpkin patch now.
Which, by the way, $8 billion, that's a lot more than $4, which you could pay to get extra tug every month, but you'll hear about it later. Anyway, moving on. For some reason, Spirit Halloween is thriving, which is shocking because some experts say we're living through a retail exodus. What is it? Retail apocalypse. But
in fairness, Spirit Halloween, the only reason it does well compared to other retail stores is because of the novelty. I'm telling you, I went this year and it was just not holding up. There was something, it just felt cheap. We're in depression. They just don't want to tell us. Oh, we know. We know. The eye will never burst. True. Pumpkin Patch, you still want pumpkin after Ari's mead? Actually, probably not.
None of that matters to Spirit Halloween, because Spirit Halloween feasts on rotting corpses.
What?
Chris, try and make that seem cool. I don't know. But the whole feasting on corpses thing, that's not really even a joke. It's practically their whole business model. 1,500 Spirit Halloweens open every year. Always popping up in some abandoned...
Is that a storefront for Twin Peaks? Dude, a Twin Peaks Spirit Halloween would fuck. Oh, it's a Bass Pro. Oh, that still rules. That still rules. Okay.
CVS and then disappearing 3 months later. They've become the de facto strip mall headstone, dotting the highway with remembrances of brick and mortar capitalism. But Spirit Halloween wasn't always the billion-dollar brand it was today. It had to start slow and somewhere. Of course it had to start slow. I'm a bad script.
There's a market for it. I mean, everyone's always liked the horror genre since the dawn of time, getting scared around a campfire. And if there's a way to make money on that kind of vibe, people are going to do it. The issue is, if they keep pumping out hot dog shit animatronics, I'm still very bitter. This year was, I don't know if it was the tariffs. I don't know if it was just a bad year. This year was absolutely dookie water, hot poo-poo, bad animatronics. I bought an animatronic from 3 years ago because... I'm just bitter. I'm bitter. I'm a bitter old man. It's time for me to go to Home Depot, get the real animatronics because they are stinky over at Spirit Halloween.
The store started life in a way as the very thing it would one day feed off of a failing business. Back in the early 80s, it was called Spirit Woman's Discount Apparel.
Okay. It's not what I thought it would be called, but cool. Yeah. I mean, hey, a little history. Okay, cool.
That's right. The word spirit was in the title before they decided on Halloween. It had nothing to do with Halloween.
Women are scary.
Discount apparel wasn't selling anything remotely spooky, unless you're easily disturbed by neon-colored jumpsuits or...
Bring it back. Bring this fucking fit back. VTubers, VTubers, or dudes, I don't give a shit. Listen up. Bring this fit back. I need to see this power on a model with the boob physics, dude. Let's get physical. I want to, dude. Let me see it.
Acid Watch jeans. It was the brainchild of Joe Marver, a former Revlon sales rep who started repurposing and flipping vintage women's clothes from Goodwill in the mid-70s.
Why? I guess. You know what? I guess. If you find out, why don't you do it? If you do an outfit like that, we need to get them on the show. Late 80s and 90s, Airback core is great. I'm just saying. Admittedly, Zen basically has his fit. I mean, that's Zen. That's fair. Kira has the fit for her model. That's a good fit. It's a good fit, man.
That's right. Pieces of shit going into Goodwills and taking clothes and selling them for more is not just a modern problem. Thrifting is dead and it always has been. Well,
so yeah, that is a real thing. When I went over to the Goodwill bins, there was a dude there that was locked in. He would scour the bins for designer stuff, and his whole cart was just filled with designer shit. Because there are people that will just flip clothes. I didn't know that there was a market for flipping clothes. I had no idea. It was genuinely impressive. I'm okay, man. And if it makes you money, right? Pop off, slay.
He sat in his empty store one October. He noticed a line wrapping around the block for a nearby costume shop. Inspired to his core, Marver took all of his lackluster women's apparel and shoved it in the closet and filled his store up with Halloween goodies. The following October, he moved into an empty mall storefront and did even better business.
There's gotta be are we missing a market, chat? I gotta lock in on some of these markets, dude. Bro's got $1 billion business because he thought Halloween was not selling enough. Not within a closet. You think Bro's in the closet? I don't think Bro's
made $100,000 in 1 month, which in 1983 money is like a gajillion dollars.
Sure.
I'm not doing the math for you dorks. You can figure it out. Obviously, at this point, Joe looked in the mirror and said, hey, no more woman stuff. We don't like ladies anymore. We like ghosts and ghouls and goblins. And if
women out, demons in. Am I right, fellas? Get these ladies out of here. Ladies, you had your chance. It's time for the ghouls. I want to see less women, more skeletons. Listen, ladies, you had a good run. I want some Frankenstein monsters and some werewolves. I'm sorry. Now, if you happen to be a lady werewolf, my DMs are open. So there's that.
A few years, he had expanded his spirit empire to 10 locations in the Bay Area. And he did this by leaning into a concept called contemporary sales. Stick with me now.
Okay,
Marvin didn't want to pay the rent, staffing, and other overhead costs for a year-round shop. Especially when most of the year, there's really no need for demon masks or sexy animal costumes.
Okay, I'm following you.
Unless you're like me, who wears costumes all the time for shits and giggles, and also wears an entire Chuck E. Cheese mascot outfit whenever he wants to.
Yeah.
Please save us.
Okay.
My Kami Oshi is being an absolute demon on first stream back in weeks Froggy Lockstare Froggylochuis.
Toggle on reviewer rewards. Ew.
Thanks
Sorry.
for the
First off,
follow.
I'll beat up Froggy here in a second. Second, I'm gonna disable. Wait, what is this shit? Viewer rewards. And then it's under rewards. Wait. Is my stream auto like trying to pump Duolingo? Get this shit out of here. Get this AI trash out of my face, dude. Ew. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the heads up, Gal. Yeah, no, we ain't reward us. Yeah, no. Hey, Duolingo, you fucking suck. Anyways.
My life is a joke. But Marver decided that the best business model was getting while the getting's good, so he turned the brand into a pop-up. From the very beginning, Spirit Halloween's plan was to take over a failing business for a few months, and then getting the hell out
Fat
when
Electrician has a good vid covering Spirit of Halloween on his Fat Files channel.
I think we're getting the TLDR for this one.
Realizing that, hey, I'm pretty sure this used to be a Pizza Hut. What the f happened? This worked like a charm, and soon Marver was franchising Spirit Halloween to friends and family. Now, while he doesn't take credit for the idea of temporary sales, Marver says he invented temporary Halloween, which does sound like an old-timey euphemism for an STI.
That's true. That being said, though, so how does this market work? You sell a bunch just for October, obviously, right? And then what? All of the excess goes to warehouses, I imagine, up until next Halloween. And then that's it, right? It's just warehouses, right? There's no, I imagine there's like, that's basically the gist. Landfills? I don't think so. I think a lot of this just gets reused, recycled situation. They're like capitalist warband. They just roll in, refill business, and leave them with a month. They get short-term leases from them. Oh. Surely the market has nothing to do with it. I'm not sure. You can totally buy them on off season. He keeps it in his garage. it's just one guy in his garage, dude.
I feel like that makes your dick look like a pumpkin. With Spirit growing year over year, Marver decided to try and make a deal with Spencer's Gifts in 1998. If you don't know what Spencer's Gifts is, it's a place where you can go in and buy a dick-shaped lollipop, a t-shirt with Has Been Hotel, and a lava lamp, all in the same go.
I remember when I was young, I snuck into a Spencer's with my mom. That way I can go into the back section where they had posters, and then I would flip to the posters all nonchalant like, until I found one with a model with boobies, and then I would stare at it for a bit and then scamper off. Like, that's what I was, dude, when I was like 13 or whatever, dude, I would beeline it for the back and try to look at some titties before I'm like, oh, let's see what the rest of the store has. Dude, Baze, you a rascal. I'm being serious, I'm being honest. I'm not gonna lie. I was also the same kid that was like, dude, Teen Papa, I was playing some fucking World of Warcraft, and then I turn on the TV at like 12 at night waiting for the old Girls Gone Wild ad that would play at like 12 at night on like PBS or some shit, dude. I'd be like, I'm waiting for 12, dude. I turn it down, like, all right, this is my jam. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, that's, oh, yes. Woe to lewd. Bro, I'm just telling, listen, we were all teens once. That's the most teen shit. That is the most teen shit I've ever, like, I cannot describe to you how teen that is, dude. Going into a fucking, or oh my God, going into I think it was Hot Topic, I forget. Going in the back of like one of those, I think it was mentioned Hot Topic, and like looking at like metal band shirts where the drawn figure, you can see like her nipples, and you're like, this is basically porn. I didn't have the internet, chat. I got what I could do, all right? I was a teen. I was showing Outback. Yeah, you had none of these. That's probably why you're gay. That's probably why you're gay, Beanie. Because you didn't get to go to any of these places and see boobies. There you go. We figured out what makes gays. Yeah, probably.
It's a very fun store. And that's a pretty smooth move for a guy who's selling costumes. He shows up at a massive national retail brand and says,
soon the empty Shoujo building becomes the next big Spirit Halloween store.
I'm just saying. It's prophecy. That'd be fucking sick, though, wouldn't it?
So I have a deal for you. We're selling cobwebs. We're selling fog machines. We're selling whatever the I'm wearing right now. Spencer's turned down the deal. There's only so much overhead when you're selling sex dolls and joke condoms. But just
does Spencer sell sex dolls? Or is it like all joke shit, dude? I have not been in a Spencer's Gifts in like 30 years, dude. I don't remember anything about Spencer's Gifts. Real shitty ones, yeah, they do. It's more like joke stuff. It's like a joke place, right?
But just a year later, after another year of growth and increased profit for Spirit, Spencer's came crawling back. In 1999, they purchased Spirit Halloween, which at that point operated around 60 stores every fall.
Spencer's Gifts owns Spirit? Everything's connected.
So what did Joe Marver do with all of his Spencer's money? And yes, Spencer's does own Spirit Halloween. I kind of skipped over that. That's the case. But what did Joe Marver do with all his money? Well, he opened a scenic hotel in a small town in Washington, which is not what I expected, but
oh. Okay.
Live your dream, King. It just proves his heart was never really in the spooky game.
Shit. All right, hey, he knew what he wanted. I kind of have high-key respect for that, dude. Yeah, sure. Yeah, a little nest egg, just open up a little, yeah, man.
Hey, Papa, I just came up with a totally original name to call yours and Froggy's combined fandoms.
Right. Okay.
The Froglodites and the Mutts become the Frots.
Okay.
I am so glad I came up with that myself and did not steal it from Ardent.
Yeah, I didn't think you did either. Don't worry. That's fair.
No, he just happened upon the creeps and Kringles. He had no problem with getting rid of that dream. He wanted to open a bed and breakfast in the beautiful state of Washington.
Again. Cool. I can't front the guy. That's cool, man. Hell yeah.
So now that Spencer's owns Spirit, it was inevitable that they'd push the store into bigger markets. Because even though Spencer's is a weird cousin of Hot Topic, complete with adult toys in the back of the store, they
have adult toys? The actual adult toys. Hold on, I'm going to Spencer's website. I do not remember this at all. Spencer Gifts. Real shitty ones? Are they like joke toys? I'm going in. Oh my god, it's already kind of cringe. Logging in, I immediately see some whack shit. I guess there's some fun stuff here. Has a hotel, t-shirts. I guess what? Is there a way to like look at stuff on the website? This website sucks. Squid Games. What is... I don't even see where it says you can get adult stuff. Hold on, now I'm curious. Maybe under personal care. Sex and wellness. Top sellers. Because I'm curious. They do. They sell sex stuff. Since when? Has that always been the case for Spencer's? Always? Man, so you're telling me my little 13-year-old ass would run full sprint to the back of the room to look at boobies when they had literal sex toys like the aisle over. God, I was such, oh my God. Poor young Papa, man. He could have been, I was literally the meme where the dude was like digging for diamonds and he stops right before he got to the diamonds.
Yeah.
I was about to find the diamonds and I stopped halfway through because I saw a boob.
Teen Papa thought he found the gold with partial boob posters.
I'm a
never
fool.
Know what he passed.
I'm a fool. I gotta pee though. Here, quick BRB. But here's something funny. I know what I gotta pee, but here's what I'm gonna do for while I'm be right back. Hold on. I know what hold on. All right. Subs and the biddies. Just FYI. Sorry, I am learning some stuff. Thank you, the raid. We're gonna finish whatever the fuck this was before we go to Mario stream. Did anyone remember the past 2 hours or just me? I don't remember anything. I will be drinking tonight, though. Anyways.
Time it was owned by Universal Studios.
There we
Universal
go.
Studios.
We're so back, by the way. Yeah, I know. We're so back.
King Kong.
We're
also
so back.
Lollipops. Did not see that coming. So they did what most companies do. Brought in a rad new CEO with a fresh vision. Yeah, kickflip. Slap it down. That cool CEO was the president of Linen and Things.
Of what? Yeah, we were watching this before, and then 2 hours passed because we disassociated. Yes.
So not as radical as I was hoping. And I know what you're thinking. Tucker, linens have absolutely nothing to do with cool little costumes. But that's where you're wrong. Those sheet costumes. You know that lazy shit poor people do? That's made of linens, so you look stupid right now. Anyway, in 2003, the new leadership at Spirit pushed to increase numbers of stores from 130 to 400.
I mean, can we rewind a Widow? Oh, can we? Oh my God, Casey infected me. Can we rewind a Widow? Can we rewind? You can't drink and be in court. You can't be a drunk lawyer. I sure can.
They were at over 1,000. Make Spirit Halloween. Everyone gets a Spirit Halloween. Check under your chairs. Spirit Halloween. By this time, the seasonal pop-up had become such a powerful player in the Halloween market, they accounted for half of all Spencer's revenue for the entire year.
But I don't know anyone that's spending money at Spencer's in 2025. I'll be 100 with you. I could not tell you who's spending money at Spencer's 2025.
Now, it's easy to see why they make so much money. Earlier when I mentioned that Spirit Halloween exists if you're in a 5-mile radius with 35,000 people, that was not a joke. That's real. That's literally the calculus that Spirit uses to maximize their earning potential. They also have distribution centers strategically located throughout the country, so whenever they set up a shop, there's inventory nearby.
So wait, are they just, I used to, but I've been in a mall in a while. So wait, they are just hibernating until Halloween. I bought my bags at Spencer's. Wait, it's all just a hybrid. That's interesting.
All I need to do is find a sweet little retail spot. Why? My hair is getting emo and annoying. I hate my long hair. I just should buzz it. But luckily for Spirit, there are tons of failed retail spaces around. And what they all...
Wait, who's failed? They are horror Amazon? That's what they are, man. Party City, Pier Imports, Express, Sears. Oh, Sears did die. CVS. Weird. Tuesday Morning, never heard of that. Rite Aid, and then Bed Bath & Beyond. Yeah, okay.
And what they offer is a deal
Joanne's did die,
to refuse. In retail, it can take months to build out an empty space into an actual storefront. By the time fall rolls around, if a building is left vacant, there is no way someone will move in with enough time to be operational by Christmas. And obviously, the biggest time to own a retail store is Christmas time, because we gotta buy a gift for Gam Gam.
That's true. Okay, so what we're slugging, I mean, I can't front them, dude. This is a good business model. Am I the bad guy to say that, dude? This is smart business. I don't know, man.
She loves decorative
This is I don't know, dude.
If you're a landlord sitting on a vacant retail space all summer, chances are you're not going to find a tenant for that spot until the new year. So Spirit swoops in and offers them a few months' rent and a cut of the profit.
And soon they're going to be doing the same thing for Crimbus, too. Damn, this is high key, just a specialized Amazon. You're right.
However, due to the high turnover of real estate and businesses, Spirit Halloween doesn't normally go to the same place twice. It's like lightning, a brilliant flash in its storm. That's Chipotle. It's never going to be a Spirit Halloween again. That was a one-time thing. I'm sorry. Their nomadic way means that not only do they pop up in the latest spaces vacated by bankrupt big box stores, but that also means they set up shop in some really off-putting places. In Massachusetts, they took over a Christmas tree shop.
It's kind of funny. Okay.
And God, do I miss the Christmas tree shop? You guys don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
It was not just Christmas. I don't know how to explain Christmas tree shop. It went out of business. Despite its name, it was a year-round store that essentially sold mom stuff.
Oh, like it's oh my God. The CEOs are homophobic. Hobby Lobby. It's like a Hobby Lobby. It's like mom stuff.
You know, mom stuff.
Cupboards because it sounds like they'll go for the groceries and one that's closed.
They sold a bunch of holiday things.
Hallmark. Oh, it's like a Hallmark. Got it.
But the rest of the year, they would sell things like scented candles and assorted knickknacks.
Sadly, that is like a Joanne or a Hallmark. Yeah.
In 2023, after 53 years of business, and that's when their shop in Cape Cod got the Halloween spirit shoved right up its ass. But the weirdest part of all isn't the Christmas vibes or imagining Halloween in the bougie coast.
CEO's homophobic. Narrows it down. My bad. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right, gang. Might be.
Town. No, the weirdest part of all is that there was a windmill.
Oh.
I don't know how you try and make that spooky. They did their best. Lots of buildings with iconic shapes become Spirit Halloween. You can always see the ghost of a Toys R Us or a Best Buy behind all that orange and black.
Seeing Toys R Us is kind of sad. I'll be real.
Well, the big question is, will Spirit take over all the closed Walmart and Targets as well?
Are there Walmart and Targets closing down? I know Target's closing down a lot. Bed Bath & Beyond, yes, definitely smart, but also sadly reliant on predatory business practices, seeing it requires the corpse of a more permanent retailer. That's true.
But a pastoral windmill? That's so un-Halloween, it's kind of scary again. That's just bad. That's like a Goosebumps story. Like,
not many of you
that
got
came
it.
Cracking. Like, I'm not R.L. Stein, but like
right.
that, I don't know, it has bad vibes. But my vote for the worst Spirit Halloween of all time is the ones that stay in the old Chuck E. Cheese building.
Ew. Chuck E. Cheese is still around? I'm not like, I didn't eat with the Spirit. I eat at the Chuck E. Cheese, dude. Chuck E. Cheese is still doing shit? My little Walmart closed out Amazon warehouse. Interesting. Did the story of the Frankenstein end the windmill? It does, I believe, yes. I don't want to grow up, I want to be a Toys R Us kid. I miss Toys R Us, man.
Nights at Freddy's has hit me up. If you're a 90s kid, you probably fondly remember Chuck E. Cheese as a blur of ball pits and stale pepperoni pizza.
Never went there. Though I have had their pizza and it's hot dog shit.
With a very creepy animatronic band just scaring the shit out of all the kids. Why did they blink like that? But back in the day, every kid wanted their party at Chuck E. Cheese.
I bet there's a lot of parties being turned into Spirit, which is because Party City owned rival Halloween City. Oh!
Bike that you pedal and it goes up in the air? That was dangerous. Chuck E. Cheese had everything. Jungle gym, slides, arcade games. But as an adult, you realize that the
save
smell
us from CAE.
Nope. You guys made your bet with Casey. You're stuck with Casey.
Kids' feet, kids' sweat, and of course kids from all ages is no place to eat a pizza. So predictably, Chuck E. Cheese fell on very, very hard times. Really, since the 80s, the chain had issues, but it
Is this how it looks now? It definitely looks like it's out of date. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to shit on Chuck E. Cheese too much, but it definitely looks like it has not aged well. Picture they fall.
Thanks for
if that makes sense. That's how it looked. Oh, right, past tense. Yeah. Okay.
Managed to keep operating despite 2 bankruptcies. Even today,
Whoa!
there are some, places in operation. There's one in Brooklyn, but just as many have shuttered their doors.
Sure.
And that's where the Grim Reaper spirit comes in. Like I said, it's very Five Nights at Freddy's. It's very upsetting to be a part of. But any terror you feel in these very specific Spirit Halloweens is no match for the stale piss smell, because for some reason, Chuck E. Cheese's had carpets. Why would you do that? Why would you?
Yeah, it's full of piss. Any place that a bunch of kids run around, you got to make sure no carpets, dude. It's just gonna be reeked in piss. Hydrate, you got it, boss. Modern Chuck E. Cheese has a lot of LCD screens now instead of animatronics. Oh, okay. My Chuck E. Cheese is now an Aldi store. Upgrade. Aldi's is goated, dude. Upgrade.
Chuck E. Cheese survived the pandemic by selling their pizza under the name Pasquale's Pizza and Wings.
Why? Why'd they do that? Chuck E. Cheese history being instantly effing complex. Yeah, Charles Entertainment Cheese is wild.
You put carpets
in
a place
dance. We are shaved the horror.
Now, this is where things take a bizarre turn. Because Spirit Halloween renting an abandoned restaurant or retail space is one thing, but what if that retail space was formerly selling Bibles? I'm sure the Christians will have something to say about this one. Yeah, if you didn't grow up in the church, it can be surprising to hear, but there are Christian stores. They'll sell any...
Listen, there are Christian stores. I had a few in my area growing up. They're not as like, I mean, they're not, if you're not religious and you're like, what goes on there? It's what you think. It's like nice Bible. Wow. Tier 1 for 21 months. Thank you, Mobile Hi. Happy Halloween to you as well. It's like nice Bibles, prayer candles, like little VHSs for kids, how to like coloring books. Yeah, it's like a weird, I don't know, man. It's not culty per se, but it definitely feels like, those like stores that are like, oh, we sell tarot cards and like gemstones. It's like that bar for bar. Do you know what I mean? But like a different vibe. Whereas the gemstone one is like chill. The Christian store is like, yeah, weirdly judgy, I think is the right word. The ones I've been to, the only difference is like, a Wiccan witch store is like a vibe, and then the Christian ones are like kind of judgy. It's weird. And now before I get burned to the stake, no pun intended. I have not been to a Christian store, like just a regular retail store for sells Christian goods in like 20 years. So that could have been dated. It's a very weird, but it's interesting. It's interesting in a different way.
Anything that can be branded with a Jesus fish, along with those "What would Jesus do" bracelets. Remember those?
Yeah.
The Live Strong bracelets, but for virgins. I'm sorry. You guys make a good point. I'm pretty hard on the Christians, but Lifeway.
Listen, I don't. The only thing I'm hard on the Christians is when they exploit the religion for nefarious deeds. Beyond that, whatever. Do your thing. That's really about it.
Christian store used to be a pretty big player in the Jesus commercial world, but in 2019, all Lifeway locations closed. And just like Jesus, they came back with a second life because Spirit Halloween blessed them with the Holy Spirit. I'm honestly surprised there wasn't more of an uproar over this.
Like, no, I'm gonna be 100 with you. Most Christians or Catholics don't give a shit about Halloween. I think like only the real diehards are like, it's the devil. It's the devil from the Bible. Everyone else is like, it's just a night for my kids, dress up in little outfits and go trick-or-treating. Like it's not that crazy. Like the average Christian and Catholicism person just doesn't really give a shit. They're like, whatever. It's a building. Yeah, who cares, right?
Let me sidetrack you, and you should come out to Utah and do Ghost Hunt at Fear Factory and the Great Saltaire and a few other places.
I do hate Utah is the problem, but I would go. I was at TV and living a my entire life. Yeah, usually evangelical, the born again Christians tend to be super weird. I don't think I've ever met someone who's like of the Christian faith who's like the evangelicals. I can see the evangelicals being freaky about it, but everyone else is like, I don't care. Protestant Catholics all like love to church trunk or treat. Yeah, I think like there's church trunk or treat. Yeah, like I don't think anyone really gives a shit. You know what I mean?
Starbucks holiday themed cup stopped saying Christmas, and all of a sudden it was a war.
Oh well, that's different. Unfortunately, that whole thing was. We're not going to talk about that right now. That's a whole different problem.
The part is that the Lifeway's inspirational Christian posters were not taken down. But as ironic
as
it is to have a Halloween
funny.
store inside of a Christian store, it doesn't even scratch the surface of the insanity of having a Spirit Halloween inside an actual church. I
don't see why not. Fake outers build. If anything, it's not a terrible idea. Get some more people, butts and seats, right? Be like, that actually fucking rules. If the church is like, again, why not? You're like, hey, come buy some shit, and then we have mass on Sunday. And I'm saying, like, I don't know. Isn't Halloween Infest on my way off? I'm not familiar. I don't know what Halloween's related to. All I know is, honestly, hey, there is some overlaps between metal and like Gothic Christianity that like I could respect this. You know what I mean? Like, sure, who cares?
That's right. An old University Baptist church in Beaver Creek, Ohio was converted to a Spirit Halloween in 2021. From what I can tell, this is one of those American-style mega churches. So it's not like they're
ew, never mind, I'm over it. Hey, that's the one. I hate mega churches. So no, they exploit their faithful. Hi, Trimmer.
Like doing the Catholic. Like this place isn't stained glass and old musty
never
pews,
mind.
Which is, I love the vibe. That's probably from my Catholic upbringing, but I love being in a Catholic church. It's so beautiful.
Fuck mega churches.
This is one of those big doofy ones. These churches are like the
screw this noise. This shit can go to the birds. This shit can be left to the hyenas, dude. Mega churches, evangelicals, got it. Yeah, mega churches are a way to exploit money out of the masses. So this makes more sense. That explains why they did this. The true Christian Christ is very much about pain and suffering, which leads us on to metal. I think, well, yeah.
Wonka Christianity, with soft rock worship jams, coffee stands, and stadium seating. But regardless of the strip mall vibes, this was a place of worship that became a place of demonic animatronics. So just make sure you go into the confession booth and say a prayer before you buy that sexy nun costume.
Listen, I think it would have been way more metal and one of those like gothic, like, you know what I'm talking about? The gothic churches that are like, they look like they came out of fucking 40K. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's that shit. Like if I ever go to like Europe, I want to check out some old architecture, dude. I love like the Nordic architecture of like old churches, dude. Like Tower of Knives, like a cathedral. That's what I'm saying, man. That shit's fucking gas. Like mega churches are so corporate and gross. I want to see art. The dome of Cologne. I'm unfamiliar. I want to see beautiful works of art on like the Sistine Chapel or like beautiful Dark Soul vibes. Well, I mean, who do you think ripped it from, right? Jesus was pissed at the people selling goods at temple. He'd be living at selling religion at temple. Yup.
Oh wait, Baptists don't do confession, I don't think. Bring your own confession booth. But speaking of costumes, obviously costumes are the lifeblood of Halloween.
Yes.
Spirit Halloween. Sure, they sell tons of home decorations.
The animatronics were not good this year. Again, I'm very, very bitter. I'm full of rage. They were not good this year. I don't know why. I'm just full of bitter. I hate my heart.
Like fog machines, fake cobwebs, and weird figurines to put in your front yard. But even if you aren't the festive type that decks out...
Oh, that's
It's probably too far away, but an interesting ghost hunt location are the Shanghai tunnels in Portland, Oregon. They're under Chinatown and were used for human trafficking in the 1800s.
That's a heavy one. That's a heavy one. There's a lot of like, I would love to go. I think my next hunt, there's a lot. I mean, wherever death is involved, it's very heavy, right? So I would like to go. Where is it? I just want to go to a warship, dude. There's like so many haunted warships. I want it so bad, bro.
Your front yard like a low-rent haunted house. The Halloween costume brings us together. And they are a huge moneymaker for Spirit Halloween because the profit
margins churches, castles, old houses, some that are haunted.
Think of the follow. 69% of Americans make plans to dress up every year. Spirit has expanded its costume selection over the years, from generic ghouls and goblins to officially licensed product. But
I guess. I mean, there's an appeal to this. I have to remind myself that like, I am not the target audience for this shit. And there are people that really like Squid Games or Art the Clown or Scream. I am not who they're selling this to. So for me to be like, oh, they've really sold out, it's not fair. People actually buy. This wouldn't exist if there wasn't a market for it, right? So like, I'm Sexy SpongeBob. I mean, I guess. There's a market for this. It's not me, but I'd be a hater if I'm like, oh, this sucks. I'll bring back the real scary. Let people do what they want. If this sells, it sells. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
But that doesn't mean they're always good. Because some of them are dog shit. Are you ready for real world terror? Let's look at some of the dumbest Spirit Halloween costumes that are available right now.
Ooh, I see.
And the main reason I made this video is because I have a collaboration.
Do you
with
enjoy going to haunted houses like Netherworld?
Netherworld? Oh, no. I've not been one of those in a long time.
Halloween. I'm just kidding. I would sell out like that, but what are you going to do? Wear a dumb graphic tee and just be a little fat? It's not a great costume. That being said, I will sell out at the first chance I get. I've sold out several times already. Chris, put up my merch right now. All right, up first we have the adult hunky school nerd costume.
Can I be real? This would be so much better on a bigger body. Maybe I'm biased, but I think if you're a heavyset person, fucking rock this thing, dude. If you're a heavier set person, baby, get the XL, double XL, fucking rock it, dude. Be a fucking Chad.
Which is just an absolute contradiction.
It's just a man of underwear, yes.
Of terms. Adults and school? That's not right. That makes me upset.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. Adult school. I didn't even think about that. I was just seeing a sexy man on the screen.
Real kicker here is that the costume costs $39.99, and it doesn't even come with the nerd glasses.
The Velisca Axe Murder House in Iowa.
Yes, that would be cool. That'd be cool.
All you get are short suspenders and a tie, and you can get those all individually for way cheaper at a Salvation Army. Also, if this model is a total beefcake, that's where the hunky part comes in. If I wore that, I would just be a f***ing nerd.
I think either you gotta be shredded or you gotta be big. You can't just be like a regular dude. That dude, that's where I'm at, bro.
You can't just be you can't say it's hot when you just make the person who's wearing it hot. The slutty devil costumes, those are hot. But like, as a dude, that's gonna do nothing for me. Next up on the list, we have a dirty napkin.
Okay, this actually rules. Wait, okay, if this is real, this actually fucks.
Dirty Chipotle napkin. Whose idea was this? In 2024, as part of some unholy brand synergy, Chipotle and Spirit Halloween teamed up for a line of costumes. You might think they would have chosen costumes like a burrito or a corn chip, but
no, you're fucking wrong here, Big Tug. I fuck with the dirty napkins, dude. That's funny. I like that.
They were even less inspired.
No,
than that
that
they
rules.
made a napkin costume, and it's not even a good one. Not only are there no layers or texture that make it look like a napkin.
This sucks. It's so corporate. I love it, dude.
It's not even the right shape of napkin. It's just a beige bodysuit.
Yep.
Who would even know you're trying to be a napkin? The kicker is that they also released a fork, a burrito, a water cup, and a bag as costumes. The fork doesn't even have branding on it.
Dude, how lazy. This shit rules. This is so lazy.
It's a black bodysuit. What the hell? All right, here's another lazy one, but it's also kind of fun because it's a pretty good pun. It's a gabagool.
That's pretty good. Okay, I like that.
like a ghoul in Gabagool.
I like that.
Like Tony Soprano. I don't know. I thought it was fun. Puns
like
are either
that.
hit or miss. They very rarely elicit laughter. Like no one's gonna say Gabagool to me.
When you get the napkin custom, you can help Froggy out if TP is empty again.
I'm gonna be like, oh, it's more of like a.
Vinny Watson of this one of the time of sell.
That's not gonna get you laid, and that's the point of every Halloween costume. I think we can do better though. I mean, I know we can do better than Gabagool. So moving on, I don't have time to go through every single Spirit Halloween costume I hate. Shout out the Skelebaner. But this last one pretty much.
Damn, that rules, man. Hell yeah. Give it up for Skelebaner. Do you guys get it? It's so stupid.
Skelebaner. But this last one pretty much sums up everything wrong with Spirit Halloween. It's the...
I mean,
I woke up with a Skelebaner. It's Papyrus.
I have come.
Sperm donor 3D costume.
Is it wrong that I want this costume?
Let's all buckle up for this one. This one was designed specifically for the most problematic guy at the party. So there's a lot to unpack here.
I don't want it anymore. I'm a good guy. I'm a good little guy. Hold on.
Firstly, every single Halloween costume that you wear is 3D. We live in the third dimension.
True.
I don't know why you specified that. I get why they would mention that in the name of the costume since it lacks selling points, but it just makes you seem desperate. In the same exact way that wearing this costume makes you seem desperate. Also, you can't just throw the word donor in front of this and make it seem like it's a good thing. The
I think remove the donor. It's a good costume is all I'm saying. How big is
sperm donor? It's literally a sperm. It's a sperm. Which if that's what you're going for, fine. But you can't write a word in front of something and completely change the meaning. Like you can't dress up like a lobster and put the word rock in front of it. Now you're a rock lobster. You have to have a little guitar or something.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And fine. You want to be a sperm donor all night? That's perfectly awesome. You can't drink, smoke, or have sex. Because them's the rules they give you when you walk in trying
all right, nitpicky Andy.
What's cooker, you Europeans cry out. Surely Spirit Halloween has to have a good business margin in order to make so much profit every single year. Good luck guessing what nationality that was. Well,
Dutch. Dutch or Holland. How was that, Europeans? Is that good? Europeans, I don't know a lot of you guys, but is that good? How'd I do? Was that Dutch or was that Dutch? Deutsch or Holland? Holland's in Deutsch, right? Yeah, it is on. I think we should find whoever drove sperm truck in the building.
I've said this several times already within the past 2-3 months or so, but I'll say it again.
Yep.
Ancient architects did not fuck around.
It's true. Yeah.
Certainly.
Papa, you're saying slurs? No, I'm not!
I asked the fine folks over on extratug.com to share their Spirit Halloween experiences and to summarize, goth woman everywhere, sensory nightmare.
That's actually true. I'm gonna speak true whenever so far, there was goth women everywhere. I do agree with that. I was there. There was goth women. And also, it was a sensory overload.
Big banner of Donald Trump.
That is not what I saw.
Eye on all fours. Crying kids.
Crying kids, yes.
Attempted murder.
Not at my store.
Question my gender identity.
At Spirit Halloween? All right.
Someone was shot.
Okay, sure.
The man came to us and was really pushy. My sister punched him. Coma. But goth woman everywhere. So that's, I mean, there's a positive.
There is goth women.
Of course, it isn't just the costumes that suck.
I will say, goth women are all over Spirit Halloween. So, I'm not saying you pick up some hot goth ladies in Spirit Halloween. I am saying that if you're looking and wondering where they are right now, it's there.
The customers who are there to buy them too. These people flood Spirit Halloween in droves every year, leaving the store in shambles. And that's where the real superheroes come into play, the Spirit Halloween employees. If you've never worked retail, then you have absolutely no idea what kind of show a department store really is. You've got
nightmare. Trigger warning for all my department store goers. It's about to get real rough here.
Phone addicted.
As a goth sometimes Spirit, they got common marks. They do.
HR departments breathing down your neck for weird displays of company loyalty, and a thankless job that requires you to sit stone-faced as every entitled bro and Karen in the vicinity makes their miserable life your problem for an afternoon.
Got it. That's true.
Before we get to the particulars of Spirit Halloween, as one brave ex-employee of Spirit Halloween named Emily told me on extratug.com, I worked at a Spirit Halloween for 3 years in high school.
You worked at a dealership of the holidays, saying the government migrate and flood to Spirit Halloween every year? Yes.
Because Spirit is seasonal, no one in corporate cares about anything other than money, and the staff know that.
True.
There were several occasions where staff were caught having sex in dressing rooms, and they would never be fired because our store was one of the top sale locations in the country.
I'm just thinking about that, because you're not going to get fired, right? Because they need you for the holidays, and it's only for a month. So, like, you could kind of just get away with murder, huh?
Customers would also try to take advantage of our return policy and wear costumes to parties, only to try returning them the next day with fake blood and real blood and puke and shit on them. Good time. Well, I can see why you had the top sales in the country. There was a lot of stress getting put out in those dressing rooms. Spirit is notorious for keeping costs down by only running their shops seasonally. That also extends to their training and employee vetting, or lack of training and employee vetting. I
don't think they do any. I don't think they do any training or employee vetting, if I'm being 1,000% with you guys. If I'm being, listen, I'm just calling as
some people with hardly any work experience are immediately hired as assistant managers. So maybe the spookiest part of Spirit Halloween is their hiring practices. No offense, Emily, I'm sure you're not a criminal. Sure. It seems like a lot of you were criminals. Plus, as anyone who's ever worked in retail knows, the customer is almost never right. The guy who made Wrigley gum, he made that saying, and he's a dipshit. Maybe it's more appropriate when you're trying to sell someone a car or a house, but some lady spending $10 on a plastic spider should not have the right to inflict psychological damage on little Emily behind the counter.
Man speaks facts. If I'm working at Spirit Halloween and you come up trying to start some shit, I'll just fucking quit. Listen, I don't have to. I'll just fucking leave. Like, and nobody working at Spirit Halloween like needs to work at Spirit Halloween, dude. I'll just fucking dip. I don't gotta be here for this shit.
It makes sense that Spirit Halloween has become the pumpkin spice latte of the spooky season. The first time you see one of those bright orange banners, you know it's time for witches, skeletons, and adult hunky school nerd. And it makes sense on a deeper psychological level. Just like Halloween-themed pop-up stores transform millions of bland big box stores into freakier, more lucrative versions of themselves, the tradition of dressing up allows us to slip into a wilder, more animated version of ourselves.
Just be a furry. I'm so fucking for real. Dude, I swear horror enthusiasts are one step away from being a furry. Oh my God. Just put on the fursuit and do a little dance, shake your tail. I promise you're gonna feel better, dude. I'm not even joshing you. If you're like real down bad to get into a costume, dude, and you're like, I want to be dancing around, doing a little jig. but I can only do it once a year. Just fucking be a furry, bro. Put it on. Put on the little outfit and get the dancing, dude. It's they're furries for monsters. They're one step away from being a furry. Anyone that looks at a werewolf and says would, you're one step away from fucking a sparkle dog on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that deep. Just, it's 2025. Who gives a shit? Put on the costume, furry. You can be a furry any day of the week, dude. Like, you can just do it.
Or someone we'd like to be. Spirit enables us to take our most dangerous inclinations out on a spin, out on a ride on the town. It's no surprise that the company has become a cultural phenomenon that spans television, memes, and movies. Spirit is a pure, intravenous shot of Halloween. One that comes just as fast as it leaves, leaving no trace of its existence. That way, we as people don't have to worry about slipping into our creepy fantasies forever. What are you dressing up as this year?
Let's furry. I guess always say like pop up culture. What do they have? And the keyplays. That's fair.
Sometimes Wednesday. Like, comment, and subscribe. Please do all of those things.
This was Big Tug. Big Tug, thank you again. Big Tug, right? Yes, Big Tug. Sorry, we eventually finished the video. But man, oh man, I like Spirit Halloween. I think it's a novelty at this point. I think if you want the real stuff, if you want that real spice, dude, Home Depot. They got that spice coming out, bro. I'm just saying. Froggy turned this sit down and eat with Papa reacts into a huge retort. Yeah. Sorry.